This is your family's first and most important line of defense against Mother Nature. When she strikes, make sure you call the people that I trust, my family and friends at Exterior Home Solutions.
Alongside Brent Hubbs, I'm Austin Price for the Exterior Home Solutions 2-minute drill. Tennessee defeats UTEP 56-0. Hubbard, it was 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. And then the Vols finally decided to play on the offensive side and ran away and hit.
Yeah, I mean, look, the bottom line is the quarterback got playing.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a bad start. I mean, 2 for 6, 14 yards, nothing's. I mean, he missed the opening throw, which would have been a huge gain. Just didn't play well early, but to his credit, he made a couple throws, and once he got going, he got hot and they got settled in and really wore out the middle of the football field against the team that just couldn't compete with them.
I know at one point in the fourth quarter, Tennessee had 14 tackles for loss. Now, I don't know what it ended up, but they were in the backfield all day, and that's against the kind of a junk offense that Scotty Walden runs, where he throws all that kind of stuff at you. Tennessee seemed to hold up a little bit better this year than they did last year when he was at Austin Peay.
Well, I think a couple of things. One, they were, some of those guys were more comfortable against it because they played it last year. Two, I think you're seeing the athletic ability in the back end show up. Okay, Jamad McCoy's playing it tighter. And so all of a sudden those wide receiver screens they were running, there's a lot more traffic there for the guy to get through as opposed to having a little bit of a running start like you had last year. So, I mean, I think Tennessee's secondary played better. I thought Boo Carter played well, you know, at the star position. I thought that showed up in this game in particular. And I think Tennessee played it a little different too. I mean, they rushed some, but there was a couple times they dropped their ends back into coverage to try to create a lot of congestion in those, you know, underneath alleys and things that UTEP was trying to use.
I'll tell you what else is helping the offense is the fact that Boo Carter is such a game changer as a punt returner. You just start getting those short fields, and it just makes things a lot easier.
Yeah,
I mean, he's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, when you leave the stadium and you have a 2-play drive and a 1-play drive as a result of punt returns and a turnover, I mean, that's a pretty good day at the office when you can go short fields like that. But, I mean, Tennessee is winning the field position battle. I mean, give Jackson Ross credit. Pitting teams deep. Their punter was not very good, and Boo Carter, you know, makes hay. I'm still not sure why it took to Mississippi State to get Boo Carter to be the punt returner, but it is what it is, and he certainly made a difference for Tennessee. You can directly look at 2 or 3 times now he's directly responsible for Tennessee scoring points on offense because of his punt returns.
It just feels like it did a year ago when Tennessee had such a special punt returner, right, in D. Williams. And he would manufacture points, you know, for Tennessee's offense. Tennessee got the help they needed, Hubbs. They're going to go into West End. They're going to go into Nashville. It'll be Vanderbilt's Super Bowl. I think playing early is a good thing, though. 11 a.m. kickoff. It's a morning practice team. I think this is going to be I think that's a positive for the Vols, and they know if they're win, they're in. Well, maybe even hosting, depending on who else loses between here and the house.
Yeah, I mean, now the message is real simple. Okay, so Josh Heupel on Wednesday of this past week, and he did the first week that the playoff rankings were out. After practice was over, huddled his team up and said, okay, guys, let's address the elephant in the room. Here's where we are in the rankings. Okay, here's what this means. Here's what we need to go focus on. Now his message on Wednesday when the rankings come out, it's going to be real simple. Guys, you want in? Let's go win. That's that. I mean, I think that's where this thing stands unless something, you know, out of left field happens Tuesday night in the rankings. Everything this afternoon in the noon time slot went perfect for you. It couldn't have gone any better than it went for you, with Florida winning over Ole Miss and obviously Indiana getting handled pretty good in Columbus, Ohio. So, I mean, it's right in front of you. That's all you can ask for the last week of the season. Win and you're in. That's where Tennessee sits.
Don't your random stat of the day, Hubbard?
Give me a random stat. I love stats.
I know you do. That's why I'm doing this. The first game Austin ever attended was the 1990 UTEP game. Final score that day, 56-0. Tennessee wins at 56-0. History repeats itself, or as one donor told me on the field after the game, well, if history's repeating itself, we only got 8 more years to wait on a national title. No pressure. He's Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price.